Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your very own Eniola, known as KIRWE or KIRWE. By the way guys, it's KIRWE. If you are new to my channel, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the family. Grab your tea and your coffee and just take a sip and enjoy. If you have been on my channel for a long time and you've subscribed forever, thank you so much. Welcome again. I hope all is well with you. Today I'm going to be talking about contentment. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because I started my journey of contentment last year, and we're in a season of love. Hence everyone's going mad and crazy because it's Valentine's Day. But what happens
if you have no Valentine? What happens if you're a single girl and you have nobody to cling on? What happens if you're not going to go to the shag? What happens to you?
The only reason why I've decided to talk on this or speak on this topic and to just highlight this issue that, you know, is going on with us females is simply because I do genuinely feel like some of us females are not content in our seasons, and that some females do see being single as boring, sad, and it might just strike and provoke bitter thoughts and feelings. I'm just here today to tell you that you're looking at it the wrong way. Girl, you're looking at it the wrong way. If anything, whilst just being in this content season and being single, God has just been taking me through the importance of being by yourself and how I wouldn't be able to achieve all that I've achieved if I had someone with me, because in this season in my life it's so imperative that I do all the things that I need to do without someone distracting me, holding me or stopping me. I know that if you're in a relationship, it's a give and take type of thing, and you need to invest time, you need to invest money, you need to invest emotions. Like, relationships are not just banter, it is actually an investment. And the thing is, I can't afford that investment. I'm so sorry. Like, I had to tell myself the truth. You know when you just see yourself down and you say,
Eniola, ole ra, you can't afford this ole ra, no.
I had to tell myself the truth. I can't afford a relationship now. Hence, let me just move back. One thing that I've realized is that when you do choose to be content, sometimes things just start to rush at you. You discover that in that time of you being content, that's when one
sweet honey, sugar, chocolate, content individual might say, hello, hi, oh my god, I just saw you on Instagram, I just want to kind of get to know you.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Now, I feel like things like that is a test to really see whether you're content or not. And not everyone passes that test. In my opinion, there is nothing bad with wanting a mate or wanting to be paired up with someone, as far as you are equally yoked and as far as both of you are pursuing the same thing, then please go for it. But if you're in a place where you've been called to just be by yourself and just seek God, literally just do that. Just do that. In this content season, confession time, I have struggled with the desire to get married simply because of certain situations in my life where I've just thought, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to get married. Looking at this, it's wrong.
Me, give myself to somebody so that I will not be giving out trash. Not for me, sorry, bye.
Like, I'm the type to avoid things. If I don't need to, you know, necessarily go through it, I would not want to go through it. But, you know, from the mouth of those who are up there in the Lord, apparently God does want me to desire marriage and that. And it's one of them ones where if I wasn't in this single season, I wouldn't have the opportunity to desire marriage, because my experience will be wired and tailored to whichever mates I'm spending and wasting my time with, who at the end of the day isn't really the one that God has actually even made for me. And so being content is a very lovely thing because you learn a lot of things about yourself. I say this a lot on my social media. How can you know yourself if you haven't spent time with yourself? How do you know what you hate? How do you know what you like? And the problem with this, our society and generation, is that we just rush into things. We rush into relationships with expectations, but not knowing that you're putting a lot of burden on the other person. And the type of person that I am, oh my gosh, I have a lot of expectations for you. Don't come and now think that you're just here looking like a fish. No, I do have a lot of expectations for the other person, but it's one of them ones where I'm expecting a lot from that person, but am I working on myself? Am I doing the same thing that I'm expecting another person to do? No, I'm not. So I've literally had to just literally sit down and just even think about it. And if anything, contentment in yourself is amazing because it brings a lot of peace into your life. Guys, I cannot explain how much peace I have right now, because towards the end of last year, I am going to talk about anxiety, but anyways, that's to come. But towards the end of last year and throughout last year, I really struggled with anxiety, and I don't even know why. And so because I struggled a lot with anxiety, it's so amazing to be at peace. With what I've done is that certain people, certain things, certain situations, I've just literally said bye to them. I've just closed the door to them, and that in itself has made it easy to be content. It's like, for example, now you don't want to be in a relationship with a guy, but you're still talking to him and you're trying to be content. Well, that's not going to go well, because he's going to be requiring stuff from you. He's going to want to rely on you emotionally, physically, mentally, and stuff like that. By the way, be careful. Don't let them rely on you physically. Don't go there, sister. But like, he's going to want a lot of things. He's going to want your time and your attention, and it takes a lot to give. So yeah, that one's just not funny. And let me just say that the key, or like the more reason as to why contentment is key, is for you to actually focus on God. My contentment has just been provoked by just literally being hurt by people and being hurt by certain situations, and I don't want that anymore. I don't want to be a broken female when it's time for me to be pruned for marriage and stuff like that. I want to be happy. I want to look at marriage as, oh my God, is that my man? Okay. I mean, I was probably in my single season, but I'm gonna be married, so you know. But like, I don't want to be a broken female. I want to be happy, and I feel like true happiness comes in yourself when you spend time with yourself and when you spend time with God. Like, everything is wrapped up in God, so why not just spend time with him? Also, I do feel like in this season of contentment, I am learning a lot about what God's plan is for me, and also what his desire is for me as a female, about what it is to be single, and just contrasting it with marriage and stuff like that. I feel like God is just taking me on a journey where I'm just learning to know a lot about myself. I'm working on the fruits that God has given to me, and also the fruits of the Spirit, because I'm not gonna lie, it's so easy to be tested, and like, even in this phase of my life, yeah, it just has to be done. I'm learning to serve more, serve in the church, serve people around me, serve God. Like, that is just so key. I discovered that there's just a lot of issues with my heart as well that just needs to be sorted out. One of them was where it's 2018, I don't want to accumulate junk. Junk. We're not doing junk this year. I'm not about that life. I just want to reach a place where I'm so much better in my life. I can accommodate people in my life, where I can really let go of things that God wants me to let go of, such as unforgiveness, anger, pride. When it comes to the opposite sex, I think I deal with pride with that. Like, I'm actually a proud woman, more proud gone. But I don't think God wants that from me. I know that a lot of females are not happy with themselves. They're not happy in their seasons. They feel like if they have a boyfriend, or if they're in a relationship, things will get better for them. I'm just gonna say it, being with someone else just amplifies the issues that you have with you about 1,000 times. Sometimes your contentment might even make people uncomfortable, because people will never be able to understand why you want to be by yourself, or why you're going to want to be alone and stuff like that. They're gonna see you as weird, they're gonna see you as crazy, they're gonna see you as irritable, they're gonna see you as all sort of things. But the only thing is for you to know who your God is, and for you to know what season he has called you to be in, and for you to make sure that in this season that you're in, you guard yourself and you source in that season. Because I'm not gonna lie, with contentment there's a lot of distractions. Like, friends will distract you or try to distract you, your phone will try to distract you, social media try to distract you. Listen, things like that, they're just here to, you know, contend with God's plan for you. The Bible verse I'm going to link with contentment is this Bible verse, Matthew 6:33, which is, but seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. when we are not content, or we're not in a place of contentment, we tend to seek things that are not for us. We tend to want things that are not for us. We tend to want to be in stuff that are not for us. And the Bible says that everything is wrapped in him, and that if we chase God and we chase him in even this season of contentment, every single thing will be given to you. I feel like contentment is not even just for myself. Contentment is for you to even be content in God himself, because if you are content in him, that in itself will make everything enough for you. Like, guys, I have a lot of testimonies to give. I can't stress to you how everything that I've gained, everything that I've desired for it to come to pass has been gotten in this season of me being by myself. Another Bible verse that I found is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6 to 7, and it says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we take nothing out of it." If the Bible is saying that it is a great thing to be content, who are you to contend with such a thing? Like, it's like sometimes we actually think that God's word is foolish, but not knowing that our own foolishness is times 20. No, guys, I'm just here to encourage you females. Just guard your heart, guard your peace, and listen to God, because he's the one that has called you to that season. Meaning that if God has called you to that season, there's a lot of things that he wants to take you through. There's a lot of things that he wants to work on. Because I think a lot of times we think that, okay, you know, can just scream
contentment. But it's one of them ones where, what are you actually doing with your season of contentment? Are you just screaming and shouting contentment because everyone's screaming and shouting contentment?
Take the time to really get to know yourself. Take the time to get to love yourself, because let me tell you one thing, you cannot give what you don't have. If you cannot literally learn to be patient with your friends, your girlfriends, your brothers and sisters, how is it that when you are now in a relationship you think you will actually be patient? It doesn't work that way. I do hope that this video has helped somebody out there. Please do leave a comment so I know. Also, I would love for you to give your suggestions, so please do utilize my social media accounts. Talk to me, let me know what you think, let me know if I'm doing something great or if you don't like something. Well guys, let me know. Anyways, have a lovely week, and make sure you keep showing love in this season of love. I know it's hard, but please